Wake that ass up. Early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. We are the Breakfast Club. DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the God. Let's get in some front page news. What up, Tez?
What's going on? Happy Friday, family. Charlamagne the God, DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious.
Peace, Ted.
Good morning.
Let's jump right to Mississippi.
Okay, y'all. Once again, Mississippi is in the news. A Pearl, Mississippi police officer pled guilty after a video showed the officer bullying an arrestee into licking his own urine off the floor. Take a listen.
Former Pearl police officer Michael Christian Green, formerly known as Michael Christian Bradshaw, pleaded guilty.
That's why we're here today. We want to show transparency.
According to the DOJ's court filing, Green commanded an arrestee to drink urine from the floor of a holding cell. Green's bond was set at $10,000 today with a maximum penalty of 1 year in prison.
You know, we hold our officers to a higher standard than this. And it's upsetting to having to be exposed to incidents like that. But we're going to do the right thing.
Speaking of consistent, Mississippi has been consistently racist for years. Okay, I was born in 1978. I remember Mississippi burning. Okay, right.
Remember, Fannie Lou Hamer told us about Mississippi as well. So let me break down to you what happened. This might even need to be donkey of the day. We might need to roll this back twice. So a man that goes by the initials BE, he's not releasing his name, but that's what he goes by. He was arrested for a disturbance at the store. Now, once the man was in the jail cell, security footage showed that he knocked on the cell, asking Officer Green, telling him he needed to use the restroom. After he had to wait for some time, they never let him use the restroom. He went to the back of the cell to urinate in the corner, which makes sense. The man got to relieve himself. So the security camera showed Officer Green telling BE that he would beat him with the phone. Now, according to the court document, Officer Green said, you getting ready to go in there and you going to lick that piss up. Do you understand me? Green took the man back into the cell, told him to get on the ground and suck it up. Then he used his phone to take videos of BE doing this. What kind of voice? Like, what is that about? He used his phone to take a video of him doing it on the ground and licked up his own urine. He told the man multiple times, the man was gagging. BE was gagging multiple times. He told him, and you better not spit it out. So Officer Green did pled guilty to the charges of deprivation of civil rights. His bond was set at $10,000. He's scheduled to go to court June 12th. He faces a maximum of 12 months in prison, and the judge did order him to surrender his law enforcement certificate in the state of Mississippi.
Good. Why would you ever want to treat another human like that?
That's crazy.
Like what goes to your mind that you say you want to make a human do something as self-deprecating is that? Like, why?
And then recording it. What is the record? What's up with that?
Who you showing it to?
Makes no sense.
But they got the power to do it. When you have power to do something like that, people use it for the wrong things, and so you have power to do it.
And also, you just gonna have to beat me up, Mr. Officer.
Yeah, straight up.
You just gonna have to beat me up. Y'all
It's gonna be worse than beat you up. They're gonna kill you.
You gonna so I'm not licking no pee, bro. I'm not drinking my own urine just because you want me to.
Nope.
Nah.
That is sick in the head for real. So.
All right. Well, that is front page news. Now, what are we talking next hour, Tez?
Okay, so in the second hour, Texas and Minneapolis, I need you to tune in. Both of them are losing two different things. If you are in Texas, your days of watching Pornhub are over with. So there's no more Pornhub. This is important to a lot of folks, guys. No more Pornhub in Texas due to a new age restriction law. So this is actually about a law, and I want to tell you about it. Yeah. And if you're in Minneapolis, starting May 1st, no more Uber and Lyft. Because they have to adhere to the new city minimum wage law. So a couple of laws I want to tell you about in Texas, Minneapolis at the 7 o'clock hour.
Yeah, cutting off Pornhub access. That's worse than the TikTok ban.
This is major. We must unpack this.
We need to discuss this now. This needs to be on the ballot come November now. God damn.
That's right. This might make the couch get on that literally on the couch.
You not lying. Lord, all right. Mercy.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up right now. Phone lines are wide open. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up. Early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.
Morning, Tez.
Good morning, DJ Envy, Charlamagne the God, Jess Hilarious.
Peace,
Good morning.
Let's jump right into it. Something that was had Charlamagne pissed off. Pornhub is cutting off site access in Texas.
Well, this is what Charlamagne always talks about, getting the couch involved. So literally and figuratively, maybe this is a way those who are voting for the couch can get involved. The porn industry is now being forced to comply with the age verification law. Take a listen, and I'll give you some more information on the other side.
Well, Texans are now blocked from the adult website Pornhub. The site cut off access over its objection to a new state law that requires age verification measures to protect minors from being exposed to obscene materials. The pornography media platform joined a federal lawsuit against Texas leaders after the bill passed back in September. But the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals allowed the law to take effect. In a lengthy statement, Pornhub said in part, quote, "As we've seen in other states, such bills have failed to protect minors by driving those users from the sites which do comply to the thousands of websites with far fewer safety measures in place who do not comply." State Senator Angela Paxton, who introduced the bill, wrote on social media, quote, "After insistent fighting against it, the pornography industry is being forced to comply with the law."
And let me tell you a little bit about the law for you guys chime in. So this new law, now y'all know damn well this ain't gonna work. This new law requires folks to issue their government issued identification to adult websites. Now y'all know people are not trying to give their ID and their information to a porn website, especially, you know, those who like to partake in fetishes and all that type of stuff. Nobody's trying to be outed for that. So Pornhub said they don't have a problem with the age verification, but they think it should be a device-based age verification that will make the internet safer while still respecting the privacy. Pornhub said, "We believe that the only effective solution for protecting minors and adults alike is to verify users' age on their device and to either deny or allow access to the age-restricted materials and websites based upon verification, opposed to having to turn over your government ID." What do you guys think?
all kids going to do is lie about how old they are if they get asked. They don't do age verification on Pornhub now, do they?
No.
Yeah. Because I always go on Pornhub and I think to myself, how easy these kids got it. Do you know when I was a young lad, we had to hide Playboys and Penthouse magazines in our Trapper Keepers, and you couldn't even keep the whole magazine in the Trapper Keeper. You just had to have a few pages out the magazine because if you had the whole magazine, it would look too obvious.
And I remember, like, in my time, yours was way before my time, but I used to sneak and watch my mother and my father tapes, like their VCR, tapes that you put in the VCR. So that was it.
Mm-hmm. Not of them, though. You mean of...
No. Oh, okay. Hell no.
Just making sure.
Just no, you know, like...
That's crazy. Why would you do that? Why would your mother do that?
She said I had to go sneak and watch my mom and dad's tapes. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, no, they would keep, like, boxes and tapes of... Bobby. Jesus.
But what do y'all think about them having to submit? So, you know, like normally you'll see, you know, I don't know this based upon research, but you know how normally you have to click the thing, I'm 18 and older. But there again, this law is saying they want people to give their ID, like upload my driver's license. That's what
I mean, there shouldn't be a problem with it unless you're going on there to look at something crazy.
Yeah, but
you know, ain't nobody trying to give their ID to say I want to watch.
Shit.
Animal porn. I mean,
but that's what I'm saying. If you're not looking at something crazy, like if you're looking at, like you just said, animal porn, you probably don't want people to know you doing
Nobody's going to put their ID when it comes to watching any of that.
You out your damn mind.
In Texas, because there's mad other sites. There's a zillion and one other sites. So nobody's they're just not going to go to Pornhub. But there's other states, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Montana, North Carolina, Utah, and Virginia. All those states you can't watch Pornhub either.
Pornhub is great.
Pornhub is clowned out now if they try to do all that. I mean, we got X videos, y'all. We got all types of other sites, though. So, you know, Pornhub is just the easiest.
Yeah, even if it's not an animal porn, like something to be embarrassed, people, they want the privacy of their porn. So I wouldn't want to put my ID.
I'd be wondering how private it is. Like, I wonder if you, like, when you go to Pornhub and you click on videos, like, if they ever was to go through your laptop or your phone, they would know you was.
Oh, they absolutely would know it.
But
just the fact that I got to hand over my ID, though. Just the fact that I got to hand over my ID to, you know, I don't know.
I mean, it's a certain way to track us. I mean, I think that's just another way of tracking people.
It's a beautiful thing on Pornhub. Me and my wife enjoy Pornhub.
Yeah,
and they share the info all the time.
True.
Like there'll be like people in Jersey like this type of porn, people in this county like this type of porn, people in this area like this. So they do calculate it and count it and release the data.
Mm-hmm. Well, y'all let us know in the comments. Protect porn. Are we pushing to protect porn? On the ballot? Or are we against
porn?
Now let's jump right into the Lyft and Uber drivers. What's going on?
This is really important. The Minneapolis City Council voted 10-3 to override Mayor Fry's veto of the ride-hauling pay raise ordinance. As a result of that, Uber said, "Hey, find somebody else to do it. Then we'll just leave." Take a listen.
This is a huge victory. As drivers, we feel like we punched the bully in the nose.
The Minneapolis City Council voting 10-3 to overturn Mayor Jacob Fry's veto of their ordinance to raise pay to minimum wage for Uber and Lyft drivers.
City Council did what we were supposed to do today. We passed policy in response to the needs of our residents. And that is our focus, and that is what we delivered on.
Both rideshare companies say the increase is too much, so they're shutting down operations May 1st.
People that use rideshare service need to be prepared. Drivers that are employed through rideshare need to be prepared. This is not just about Minneapolis. I think there are repercussions to the entire region where our whole state needs to be prepared.
Now, Mayor Fry says that the data does not support the pay increase at $15.57 and that there are way better ways to increase the wages plus benefits. The activists disagree. They basically saying, we're going to call your bluff, Uber and Lyft. We don't think you're going nowhere. We think you just bluffing. Take a listen to Mayor Fry, and then the activists give their response.
We should be following what the data says, not simply responding to the politics.
Drivers at today's vote don't believe Uber and Lyft will actually pull out, and council members say if they do, there's a solution.
There's a lot of industry that is occurring right here in the Twin Cities, so why would Lyft or Uber want to leave?
Should they leave? We've been in touch by several rideshare businesses and startups that are more than happy to pay the city's minimum wage and fill the void should they make that decision.
Now, I've heard some people talk about getting a new rideshare company up and running. That is not a thing at the level of service that we need in this short period of time.
I think it's beyond whack when corporations that are making billions of dollars, and I don't know how much money they're making in Minneapolis, but I know they're making a lot of money. Why you don't want to pay drivers a decent wage? Right. Like, it's so strange to me. Like, this is a public service that Uber and Lyft drivers provide. It's a service that actually saves lives. Think about people that be drunk, you know what I'm saying, and need ride shares. Just pay the drivers a decent wage. Why is that so difficult? Why do these people make millions and billions of dollars but fight to not pay people minimum wage?
Not right.
I agree.
And that's the main thing that a lot of the Uber drivers and Lyft drivers be complaining about, is that they don't get paid. They say that the company gets all the money and they get such a small percentage, and that's what they complain about all the damn time.
So just want to give this little point. You know, I'm always talking about organizing, how important it is to organize at the city level. This was just really neat to see, you know, folks, if you go look at this story and look at the video footage, how the city came together and said, no, we're going to do something different, and we're going to make the mayor follow us. Don't forget, Minneapolis is where George Floyd, you know, was murdered. And so in that city, after all of that happened, folks really started organizing around issues. So this is just proof, guys, how if you don't like the way something is going in your particular city, we talk about federal a lot, the president and, you know, Congress. But if you don't like the way something's going in your city, organize some folks around there, push the mayor to go in the opposite direction. So this is just one of those examples, whether you agree with it or not. I love to see when the people rise up and say, you know what, we're going to do something different. And this is a result of it. And I like that they're calling their bluff to say, Uber, okay, you say you're going to leave. Let's just see what happens. But right. You know, we got to look and see how that all works out. I don't know if a small ride sharing company can handle the load. But hey, if you want to open up a ride sharing company, head to Minneapolis. Look like you may have some opportunities. This will be effective on May 1st.
All right. Well, thank you, Tez.
Absolutely.
Make sure you follow at Teslin Figaro on all social media platforms, and make sure you subscribe to the Straight Shot No Chaser podcast hosted by Teslin Figaro. And, you know, Jess just teared up in here because she felt her baby in her stomach.
Yeah, for the first time. For the first time. That is so crazy.
That's the first time you felt the baby?
Yeah,
like a little kick or something?
Yeah, literally. Wow. First time.
Oh, you manifested. Earlier this week, Charlamagne, you said, have you felt the baby yet? And look, it happened right on the Breakfast Club.
And I wasn't, but I just felt just now.
I'm claiming she was listening to me. Hey, little niece. She heard my voice.
Girl,
and
I'm so happy about that.
Wake that ass up early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.